Over the past day and a half, Foodie has been very busy doing a complete 360-degree pirouette on wearing a hijab. That's not all she's backtracking on though, so in this video, I'll do my best to summarize her last 5 live streams. I know, I'll never be the quickest reaction channel, but I will try to keep it concise and interesting. Let's start off with why I put my hijab back on from yesterday.
But it's not like that, and it has nothing to do with Salah. I thought it would, but it doesn't. Like, regardless if I ever talk to Salah again or not, like, this just feels better for me right now, and maybe I just need more time. I don't know, but, yeah.
As it turns out, the more time in question ended up being less than 30 hours.
Not true. Baldness and chins. Well, if that was the case, when in the history of YouTube have I ever been ashamed of that?
It is Halloween. It is Halloween. Yes, it is. And I have some cute little decor. A few things anyways. I showed them on my live stream. My aunt got me these things from a craft sale.
Yeah, I hate to be Captain Obvious, but every time Foodie wears a turtleneck, it's pretty clear that she's very self-conscious about her chin. And I get it. Nobody wants to have a double chin, especially on video or in a photo. But why does she keep lying about it? Okay, so go ahead and put a pin in the whole hijab conversation because that'll come up again later.
I explained when I left, I signed divorce papers, and Salah has to bring them to the court, which is in Damascus, which is pretty far, and he just hasn't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Take a look at these live streams again. Do you see what's missing between haul time and why I put my hijab back on? It's the live stream where she went pretty much off the rails for 4 hours and came back wearing, what, a skirt as a tube top? Yeah, he made her take that down. So we're supposed to believe that the next live stream she's back in a hijab, back being relatively modest, and it's not about him? Okay. In video number 2, Foodie had a failed attempt at dumpster diving. She went through a McDonald's drive-thru 2 times, and then she came home, sat on her couch, and got high. In video number 4, she came live to tell us that she's sick, and it was a very short video. Things really got interesting in video number 5, called Struggling.
I won't tell all of our secrets, but this really bothered me for a long time. I was really sick, and I was in bed. I was really sick. I couldn't go anywhere. And this was in Kuwait, and he was like, I'm gonna go see my dad. They invited me for lunch. Sure, no problem. And I didn't trust him fully, right? Because from what happened.
Here she's referring to the 2023 Kybella incident in which we found out that Salah prefers to, well, poop on people.
So when he got back, I woke up and I was like I had a really bad flu or something. I was so sick. And he's like, I'm hungry. Like, he's dumb. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, wait, didn't you just have lunch at your family's? What did you eat? And then he just like took him a minute. He's like, rice with chicken. Like, he was kind of angry at his answer. And I'm just like, but you want rice and chicken again right now for dinner? And he was like, I didn't eat much. Like, he got really defensive.
I know it feels like a lifetime ago, but remember back in Kuwait when Salah was never home and people were speculating that he wasn't, with his family? Well, it turns out we weren't the only ones wondering about that.
And then I was like, send me a picture. Like, did you take a picture or anything? Anyway, he sends me a picture of like a mosque near where his family lived, his dad lived. Something didn't feel right. I don't know how much longer later, like maybe a month later, he fell asleep with his phone open. So I maybe it's wrong to do that, but I didn't trust him, so I checked it. And there was photos of him and this like non-hijabi like Arab girl at a restaurant. They were at like a table. There was like he had his arm around her. And then I freaked out and I shot the phone at him. And I was like, you motherfucker, like just freaking out. And he got up. I left the apartment.
So the bulk of this live stream is Foodie confessing things that happened back in Kuwait. At the time, she was painting the picture of a happily married couple living their best life in a seaside condo in Mangaf.
I was like, I'm leaving you. You are such a fucking disgusting liar. Haram. And then he was like making excuses, like, no, I love you. That was just a friend. It was just a friend I used to work with. I haven't seen her in a while, and I needed to tell you because I knew you would freak out. I'm like, how come you hang you if you freak out if I have a hair showing, and you go and have a fucking coffee or whatever the fuck you're doing with a non-hijabi? Oh well, she's not my wife. She's just a friend. I would never be with a non-hijabi.
Is it just me, or does she seem more upset that the other girl didn't have to wear a hijab? Later on in the live stream, she mentioned another woman who called him, and he tried to pass her off as a former client. That rang a bell, so I went back to see if I could figure out when this all happened. As it turns out, it was exactly 1 year and 1 day ago.
I have a close friend who asked me advice. I'm not going to say her name. It's not my new friend. It's somebody who said I could ask you guys.
Sorry, I know the fan noise is really loud, but remember, this was a time when Julia was in heat, so she went down to the pool to escape it.
My friend, her boyfriend was taking a shower, and she just so happened to see like his lock screen on his phone, and there was, messages from her. You know how like WhatsApp shows you like a preview on the lock screen? She said that there was like a message from a girl with like big boobs and like a pretty girl. But she couldn't see what it said. And whenever she asked him about it, he grabbed his phone and was like secretive about it, and she said, show me what it is and there won't be a problem. And he pretty much told her to F off and wouldn't show her. And then she asked him again later, and he said he deleted the message. So do you guys think that's like sus, or what do you guys think about that?
The funniest thing about this video is that Salah is up in the apartment watching this, and she knows that. That's why she has that smile on her face. She knows that in just a second, the Beezers are going to unleash on this poor, unsuspecting, supposed boyfriend, and he's going to have to read all of this.
Apparently, like, she said that he said it was like, he had this number for a while, and it was people from his old work, like customers asking like about stuff. And he has a history of cheating on her. So I was like, wow. I don't know, let me ask Beezers what they think. So what would you guys do? Like, what do you guys think? Like, what should I tell her? Not good? Exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, if he had nothing to hide, he wouldn't have hurried and deleted the message, right?
So if rule number 1 is that Foodie lies, then rule number 2 is that she always tells on herself. In this case, it's all about Salah and his wandering eye. There is no friend, there is no other boyfriend, there's just Foodie and Salah.
I can't believe that, like, there's people out there that just lie. Like, just look at your face and lie to you. Like, I guess I take my friend's situation personal just because, like, I've been through shit. She's an independent woman. Like, she could easily, like, he's kind of a burden on her. She could easily, like, have a fun life. Travel, meet all kinds of different men. Like, don't stay tied down to that. Like, go have a unibrow.
Now, in case you're wondering what happened next, I'll tell you. Nothing. Nothing happened next because she had already forgiven him. This was just a passive-aggressive exercise in crime and punishment. Check out how happy she is and how she acts when he comes downstairs. This is the same day. Same day that she's talking about this, same day that she's acting so indignant. The exact same stream.
Thank
The
you.
cold water, babe.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. I want to swim.
Don't jump down. Don't. Hi, Salah. They put a frog emoji instantly. I'm exposing you.
What?
I'm exposing you.
Hi, guys.
The reason I bring all of this up is because this is how good their long game is. Whatever happened with his phone was already forgiven before he handed her that bottle of water. You can't fake that dumbass puppy love look on her face when she sees him. They went on to act like this for a year and a day. A year and a day, you guys. So you're telling me that a year later, she's deleting videos, well, she might have just privated it, but she's privating videos because he told her to? And she's putting on a hijab because he prefers it? She says it in this live stream that she was wearing the hijab for him. She does.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't wear the hijab. I feel like I am just wearing it to make him happy, honestly. I do believe in God and a lot of things about Islam and both Christianity, but can I be both?
The rest of this live stream is pretty much just Foodie going medieval on a tray of 5 corn dogs. Now, if you think my tinfoil hat is a little too tight, then go ahead and watch the full live stream for yourself. Either way, drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you honestly believe that something that bothered her and then didn't a year ago and a day would bother her now? Or is this just part of the long game? I'd love to hear from you.
I explained when I left, I signed divorce papers, and Salah has to bring them to the court, which is in Damascus, which is pretty far, and he just hasn't gotten around to it yet.